Hey traders, it's Danielle. Welcome to this week's episode of Dear Simpler. So today I got a question from one of our viewers wanting to know what is going on in the market. So obviously we've had a ton of volatility. This is one of the worst weeks in the S&Ps for quite a long time. But the question was specifically related to price in relation to the moving averages. So a lot of you who have taken my classes and studied my trend following work are looking at it saying, hey, I don't understand. Normally, price will move up to the 1272 extension. You know, if we're talking about it at bullish trade, right? So we're trading higher, price will move up to the 1272 extension and it will snap back to the EMAs. Conversely, when you flip that and you're trading to the downside, price will pull away from the EMAs, make a 1272 extension, and pull back to the mean. So the question I received is, what is going on? Price is so far away from the mean and we're not snapping back. Why isn't this working? Well, first of all, I would say that this is very, very dependent on overall market sentiment and overall market environment. So in a normal trend following environment, this is exactly how we want to focus on our trading. But what is happening right now is completely different. Why? This is not really a technical market environment. Now, that's not to say that we're just going to throw our technicals out, okay? But you have to understand the emotion behind this market and what it's doing to price. So, if we look at the S&Ps, for example, we have the S&Ps that are not only at the 1272, but at the 1618 extension, and they're very, very oversold, but they keep going down. Looking at, let's see, right now we're trading at about 24.55, about 12:30 p.m. Central Time on Friday in Texas, and yet again, we have another down day in the S&Ps. So what's going on? Why is our technical setup not working where we look to buy once we get extended? Well, I can tell you that it's because there are no buyers in this market. Do you think that people who are watching CNBC or Fox News or whatever, the newspaper every day, do you think that people who are watching this, who are seeing in the news, oh my gosh, it's the worst December since the Great Depression, this is the worst week in the S&Ps since X amount of time. With all of this bearish rhetoric, there are not people coming in and buying this market. I have not seen evidence of that anywhere. I've been looking across all of our sectors. We have 11 sectors in the S&Ps. The only one that's really doing well is utilities, and that's pretty much the slowest, most boring sector to trade. Other than that, even the stronger sectors that I have been focusing on, healthcare and staples, took a huge hit this week. The relative strength buys that I have been looking at, such as Microsoft, Oracle, and Cisco, even those saw a lack of buyers. So when you think about it this way, I mean, it's an equilibrium, right? You always have to have, when the price is going down, you have to have buyers stepping in at those extensions who say, oh, it's a good deal, it's a sale, and they start to push the price higher. That is not happening here. This is an emotional, news-driven market that's constantly hit by different, political news. Today it's the government shutdown and, more people in Washington are quitting, and it is just so negative out there. So that is why we're incredibly extended away from the 8 EMA and we're not able to rise. What am I looking for price to rise? Well, we need buyers to come in somewhere. I'm looking at the financial sector, the industrials, and the transportation sector, looking at those, and I'm looking for any signal of a shift. Generally, you start with your lower time frame charts, a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, and you want to see that downtrending pattern start to shift, okay? That's going to be the first sign that there's somebody around here looking to put money back into the markets. But honestly, today, the day before a Christmas holiday, I don't see it. I don't think anybody is, you know, the Friday before Christmas sitting around saying, oh, I'm going to go buy a bunch of stocks when, you know, they've been thrashed in the news all week. Now let's go ahead and jump into the chart segment where I can show you exactly what I'm looking for. For those of you who are Foundation members, I will see you there. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube, if you would like the full segment, make sure you go to simplerfoundation.com to join up. See you there.